Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. In this video I'm going to be making a solid wood longboard made from birch, poplar, fir, and a little bit of scrap walnut. I cut up all the boards about an inch thick and then cleaned up all the edges using my hand plane. And then I just glued them up like a panel. Once that was in the clamps, I set it aside to dry, and I worked on the accent pieces for the nose and tail. And this was just scrap walnut and birch that I had laying around, and I glued it up using some spring clamps, and then I set that aside to dry too. I'm using a center line to make sure my template's on parallel to that straight edge, and when I go to cut off the nose and tail for the accent pieces, I know it'll be perpendicular to the center line. And I'm cutting the nose and tail off now while I had the straight edge before I cut the shape out, because it would be hard to get a perpendicular cut when the sides are curved. Then using that same center line, I could use that as a reference for my biscuit joiner. After planing the board to its final thickness, it's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and in the router table I'm using a 3/8 of an inch round over bit to round over all the edges. Next, I spent a lot of time with the orbital sander and then sanding by hand to clean up the curves and the transitions that were left by the router bit. I'm using the edge of my belt sander to carve away some of the material under the wheels, so when you make sharp turns, the wheels don't bite into the board, causing it to stop. Then I use some sandpaper and a spray paint can to smooth out those areas. I sprayed 3 coats of spray lacquer and sanded with 400 grit in between each coat to make it really nice and smooth. Since I used 3 different kinds of wood that are fairly lightweight, the board doesn't weigh that much relative to its thickness. It's cool to think about because this was mostly all scrap wood, and I have a board made out of maple with a similar shape that weighs just about the same weight as this board does. I like how you could see some of the wormholes on the edges of the board because it definitely gives it character, and it gives a more rustic feel to the board even though the outline and the shape has a really clean look to it. I hope you guys liked this one. If you did, give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.